So, what are we discussing today? What do I feel is important enough for me to record a video about? And it's about the FX2. I've been seeing a lot of people hate on that camera. That it's terrible. You could do better. Sony dropped the ball. People were expecting the FX3 too. But what did Sony decide to give us? The FX3 no one asked about. There's this saying that people have said so many times, and I think it's important I repeat what they said. If Sony, a company that big, can decide to put that much effort into making this camera, then they've done some form of market research and figured out that there's a gap. That is one side of it. If you're looking at that camera and you can't think of its use case, then it's not meant for you. Glad you're back for another video. If you're thinking of somebody that, if you're wondering, who is this FX2 for? You're looking at one of them. And I'm not even the target market. I do not shoot 4K 120. I can't remember the last time I went 4K 60. None of my content ever reaches the point that I need 120 frames per second. Talk less of worrying about if the 120 is cropped or not. I'll use that viewfinder. I'll use it to gauge my scene. I would use that lot on photos. Currently, I wish I could do lot on photos. Like, I shoot a video of my desk. I set up my laptop, my keyboard, made everywhere look presentable, and I tried making a video on the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. I took some pictures, and the pictures look way different from how my video looked. If only I can apply those my video lots onto my picture. I'm not that good at color grading. I managed to color grade that photo to a style that I actually like and saved it. And if I can use that color on photos, I'll be very happy. But I can't apply those lots on my photos. If I could do that, that would be content that I would post on my Instagram. So I can't see the use of it. Now, remove people like me that don't do this professionally. Let's move a little bit into people that do this professionally. You have people that will go location scouting with big cameras. Now they have an option to do that with small cameras. Everybody is looking for a lighter load that they can use. People that constantly they live in filmmaking. They consume. Imagine, okay, let me use an analogy that I can easily explain. Imagine scouts for footballers. These are people that are dedicated to looking for new talent, looking for new players that would add value to a particular team. Now, translate that into filmmaking. You now have somebody with a light camera that can go location scouting. It's kind of like scouting for players. Scout for really good location that they can use. I don't know if you guys can see the value of it, but in my head, I can see that yeah, this is worth it. Then another point that I look at, and I'm like, seriously, you people don't see the value. I'm shooting this on an A6700. Do you know how much value it gave me? Like, of the cost savings of not going to the FX3 if I ever decide to go full frame. Everything my A6700 that can do better. It would work in my warm climate because I'm in Nigeria. I get the added benefits of full frame, but I get even more reasonable entry point. So I don't have to spend a lot of money up to the FX3. And what would I be trading? 4K 120 that I do not use. As much as I'm not a constant creator, I have not made a video onto YouTube that is in 4K 120, even in slow motion, like slowing it down. I'm trying to think of what content I'll try to make to do that. And it's usually one off, and I'll be satisfied with the crop. In fact, I live in a crop because I'm using an APS-C. But I think you get my point. The more I think about that camera, the more I realize that if I cannot afford the FX3, this would be a very good entry. It does everything I would use in the FX3 plus more, directing me towards the line of being a true filmmaker, not just a content creator. I know how 4K 120 can appeal to content creator. and I know how open gates can appeal to content creator. But when I think about doing the pros and cons of trying to get a camera to come in at that price point in Sony, because you do have the FX3 in the top line and then you do have other cameras below, it makes a lot of sense. 33 megapixel photo camera that's built for filmmakers first. Like, I don't know. To me, it's a no-brainer. I might just be saying things out of my ass, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Now, could Sony have done okay? But the one issue, yes, I just remembered. The one issue I can think of is the rolling shutter. I understand how if you're using that camera, you won't have an issue of rolling shutter. But yeah, that's like the one part that can be like, it's a bit of rolling shutter. So, how does this look? This whole video is me just test this setup, this lighting, and see if we can actually add some value. So thank you for watching this video. My name is Ibrahim Osman, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.